This Leo season is going to be crazy. As always, if you want to know how Leo season is going to be like for you personally, please book a reading with me. So before we start, I just have a couple of really important things and surprising things I want to share with you guys that I've been working on that I'm so fucking excited about. First things first, I actually have merch out also for Leo season. I will put some up on the screen. Go check it out if you are a Leo. My friend Lauren Skinner helped me again with the tattoo-esque like design. I think it's really cute. It might be like my favorite design so far. It's very tribal, and I'm a Leo rising and I kind of helped design it, so hopefully my fellow Leos out there like it. I now have a website that's literally Leo season vibes right there. There you go. The Leo has arrived. Anyways, so I now have a website, tawnymichelleyt.com. You can go there to book readings. You can go there to see what's new, what's poppin'. I have a blog on there about Leo season. Basically, I have everything you need to know on there. I also, my biggest announcement right now though is that I am starting a course. Basically, it's a soul alignment and spiritual transformation course. So if you are interested in basically just becoming one with your soul, like getting to know your soul, getting to know yourself, self-love, how to make your life better, I'm going to be sharing some of my secrets in that course to how I've gotten to where I'm at now. I literally even shared a chapter, kind of like trailer version of the course, where I talked about how I escaped my own personal hell, what it was like, and just to let everybody know that no matter where you're at in life, you can take this course. As long as you incorporate the things in this course into your life, then it will completely work for you. I know it's worked for me. I'm going to be sharing a lot of the things that I've learned personally. I'm still not perfect, and I'm going to be doing these things with everybody that takes the course. So the course is called Soulology, after tarology. So yeah, it's called the Soulology course. It's probably going to be like one course of many. It starts on August 1st this year, 2019, so in 8 days. And basically how you take this course right now, as at the moment, it is basically for my 2 top tiers on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically another social platform like YouTube, but basically you can create membership levels, like paid membership levels, and for each paid membership level you get certain rewards. So the 2 top memberships on my Patreon, also known as tiers, is the Soul Tribe, which is $25 a month, and the Wonderland tier, which is $40 a month. And basically the Soul Tribe is going to get the whole course for free. On top of that, they also get a lot of other things on Patreon for being a member. They basically get new and full moon personal chart readings every month. They get weekly tarot readings. That's a part of the $10 tier and up. And they just get a lot of stuff like new and full moon rituals, etc. But the $40 a month tier is the Wonderland tier, and this membership is, you get the same thing that the Soul Tribe gets, but for a little bit more. You basically get to work with me a little bit more personally during the Soulology course. So if you feel like you're going to need a little bit more assistance, or you need, you know, whatever, you just want to work a little bit more directly with me during the course, then the $40 tier will be best for you. So definitely go check out Patreon if you're interested in this course. It's going to be amazing. I'm actually going to do a dedicated video on this course, explaining this course and what all the course is about and what all I'm going to be doing in the course, and etc, etc. So, but if you're interested and you want to learn more now, you can go to my website, tawnymichelleyt.com. That sounds so weird. Or you can go to patreon.com/tawnymichelle. Everything's down in the description below, like all the sites and stuff that you need to go to, and you can like literally view on Patreon everything that you get for signing up and all of that. So I hope you guys are interested in that. It's freaking amazing. Like, I cannot believe I've been working so hard on this. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, my 12th house season, which was this past season, because I'm a Leo rising, so Cancer is my 12th house. So Cancer season for me was like just this internal detox and this whole renewal, and I think this coming August is going to be a big renewal for a lot of people. So anyways, also there is the Leo season sale. So if you are a Leo sun, moon, or rising, you get $10 off any reading of your choice with me for basically the next few weeks until Virgo season. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this month and what's coming, and Leo and all of that great stuff. So Leo season, what is Leo exactly? Leo is the lion of the zodiac. It is all about basically the tarot card strength, strength, courage, your identity, like your individuality, your passion, like what makes you. Aquarius is a little bit more about individuality in a different way because it's the opposite sign of Leo, but Leo is just really about passion, about that fire in your soul. Like, what is your passion? What are you here to do? Like, what makes you feel like a child again? Like that giddy feeling, like when you're in love or you have a crush or you meet someone new that you really like and you feel like you're in school again. Like, Leo is all of those things. So Leo is self-expression, it's playfulness, it is basically childlike. Like I said, it's ruled by the sun. So the thing about Leo though, and like I kind of say through every sign that I talk about through these seasons, their greatest strength is also considered their greatest weakness to other people. So because they are ruled by the sun, they rule ego. So a lot of people think that Leos are egotistical, that they are cocky, overconfident, etc. And yeah, like some can be, like other signs can be that as well. It's not just Leo. But Leo is like a sign that expresses itself. It stays loyal to their heart. A lot of people say like, oh, Leos are so loyal. Not in my experience, actually. Leos are more loyal to their heart. They're more loyal to who's giving them attention. And no one ever stops to think like, oh, why do they like attention? Like, why do they want attention exactly? The egotistical part of them comes from them not showing their heart is hurting. Like when they don't feel like they are getting that attention, or they feel not wanted or not in the spotlight, or just not needed in any way. Like Leos are actually very soft people. The ones that I've known personally, they really care what people think about them because it's a sign that's all about self-expression to the world. So they want to be in the spotlight. They want to make other people feel happy and laugh and childlike and love and passionate. Like they want to show others this happiness, you know what I mean? So when they don't get that, egotistical cockiness can kind of come out because they shut themselves off. A Leo that is sad will literally like not show, like they'll hibernate. Like they don't like showing their worst side. A lot of people think like, oh, well, they're never in a bad mood, or they never show like any kind of like, oh my God, I'm hurt, or this sense of humility, and it's because they hide it. Basically them not wanting to show that their heart is hurting, which is like courage, you know what I mean? It's no secret that in The Wizard of Oz, like the lion wanted courage, you know what I mean? Like he wanted a heart because he wanted courage. That same thing goes with like the sign of Leo. And that's why a lion has a pack, you know what I mean? Like that metaphor goes with Leo. Like they want to help the pack. They want to help the whole, like the people that are close to them, they want to shine and give them that shine. And when they don't have that shine, or when they don't have that courage, that is when that egotistical, like side can look that way to people, because they don't show, like they don't like to show when they're sad or when they're, you know, going through a time of humility. So yeah, Leo is basically the entertainer. Their biggest strength is their courageousness, their confidence, but they can become unbalanced, and then to others that can look like a flaw because they're like, why are you so confident? Like, why do you like do things to be in the center of attention? Like, why does the focus always have to be on you? You know what I mean? But here's a sign that is truly able to express their confidence a little bit more freely than others, and is truly able to own their self-expression when they want to, and when they're evolved, and when they're like more balanced out, you know what I mean? But then other people want to critique them for it. So here we have Leos who love themselves, who have enough courage to know what they want. So as always, I was having trouble getting to my point here. So basically what I was saying really quick was that when Leos have courage, they can shine. When they get into fear mode is when they can get into ego, because they're scared of everything. So they quit learning, they quit growing, and they fear everything, and they get into that cockiness, I'm better than you mode. Anybody can really do this. We all have ego, but just because Leo is ruled by the sun and Leo rules ego, we can kind of see those kinds of things happening. Are you going to have courage to face your fear, or are you going to stay stuck in fear and let your cockiness and let your ego come out to play and think that you're better than everyone else, etc. is basically my point. Merch in the description. And to be in the spotlight, and to want to give to the world, and to want to show the world who they are as a person, but then others are like No, that's conceitedness. No, that's not right. So that is basically what Leo is as a sign, and they're also very dramatic. Like a lot of Leos are into acting, they're actors, or just entertaining in some way, shape, or form. So something big that I'm noticing about the month of August, we're getting into August now and what's coming for everybody as a collective, and I'll go over a little bit what the signs can expect as well here soon. But something big that I've noticed in August is patterns. There seems to be a lot of synchronistic patterns, and I've also been catching like a shit ton of synchronicities and patterns lately, and it's insane. Another thing that could kind of happen is because basically drama, you know, Leo, like I said, is a sign of drama. It's dramatic, and so and because they're in a pack, we can kind of see this like pack form of like drama, and it can get, you know, I feel like there's been drama everywhere lately, but like it can get even more intensified, and people can become like over dramatic about things in order to like expose things or expose themselves, and then it can get into like a pack mentality where like, you know, there's like a gang of people that are being over dramatic and that are doing things, you know what I mean? So watch out for that, be aware of that. And I think that also this month in August, we're going to start seeing flashbacks and weird situations come back up from last year. And I will go into this a little bit more in a second. So let's start with the actual date. So July 31st is the Leo New Moon. And this particular new moon is very interesting. First off, the number 11 keeps coming up for the month of August, and you'll see that. It's very just synchronistic shit, like patterns. It's so weird. Anyways, so July 31st, we have the new moon in Leo. It's going to be right on top of Venus, and it's going to be making a really nice aspect to Jupiter, but it's going to be squaring Uranus. So I see this as very much explosive and a very good or bad kind of way, depending on how you look at it, like almost like orgasmic. Yeah. But I think for some people this could be intense, shocking, or surprising changes, like new shifts, basically, because it's a new moon. So I think this could be like a whole new step forward, a big new step forward, like big surprising things that shift. A very intense need for pleasure or freedom as well, like on a very high level. An intense need for like passion, abundance, etc. New creative endeavors, new love endeavors, like just new beginnings, romantic beginnings as well. I think that for some people as well, if you've been in like an unstable situation or an unhealthy situation, or if you've been feeling stuck, I think around this Leo new moon, which again happens directly on July 31st. Oh, and oh, by the way, it happens at 11:11 p.m. New York time on July 31st. So that's interesting. But I think that if you've been feeling stuck or trapped anywhere in your life, something is going to happen around this Leo new moon. It could either be like a pebble or a rock, and this is kind of how I explained it on my website. But it could be, depending on your own situation, it could be like a pebble that falls in the creek and then like ripples, you know what I mean? So it could basically be like a seed planted, or it could be a damn rock that falls in your creek, you know what I mean? It could be something big or it could be something small, but it ends up like rippling and coming back around. So yeah, I think that's going to be very interesting. So if you're watching this after the Leo new moon, let me know how your Leo new moon went down below. I'd love to know. And remember, the energy from the new moon can start building like a week before, and like even build after for like a week or two ahead after the new moon. So then on July 31st as well, Mercury goes direct, and so it's very interesting that all this is happening the same day. So Mercury goes direct, and I really think that, so basically that means it's out of retrograde, but it's still going to be kind of like in shadow. It's still going to be stopped a little bit, but still, I think that happening on the same day as the Leo new moon, I think this could be huge, like just moments of clarity. Things could start making sense. There still will be some catching up to do, but I feel like, you know, you may get an answer to that you've been looking for on July 31st. So then on August 11th, this is where I say like 11s and just numbers, it's crazy. But on August 11th, Jupiter goes direct. And so Jupiter has been traveling retrograde basically since like mid-April. So it's been kind of teaching us lessons, and wherever you have Sagittarius in your chart, so whichever house you have Sagittarius in, that's where it's been kind of teaching you lessons, slowing things down, making you work a little harder, trying to show you things. So I think that starts to become clear on August 11th. And then also on August 11th, Mercury enters Leo again. So it's already been through Leo, that's where it started retrograding. So I think once it starts going back to where it was before it starts retrograding, this is where the answers and the confusion starts to clear up, and the answers start to come in over what's been going on, like over this past Mercury retrograde, and even before that, like I think even last year, like when the nodes were still in Aquarius and Leo, we could start connecting a lot of dots as to what happened and any miscommunications that have happened, and start getting answers. New things may be realized or learned. And also with Mercury and Leo, we may be feeling a little bit more wild, a little bit more carefree, and not really having much logic, if that makes sense. So then also on August 11th, this is the crazy part to me, Uranus goes retrograde. So I just want to tell you guys something really quick about Uranus. Uranus is that planet that will literally shatter shit just to clear a path for you. Whether you realize that's what it's doing or not, at first it can feel like, why in the hell do I feel like this? Why in the hell am I doing these things? Or why in the hell is this happening to me? But in the end, it's like it does it to break you free from certain things. So that's why I was saying, if you've been feeling trapped or stuck or lost, Uranus is going to help you. And I have personal experience with this. Last year when Uranus moved into Taurus, it literally like was something just basically woke up in me, like, and I don't even know, like a click happened, and it was like I was a different person, and I was doing all these things that were completely different to who I was at the time. And basically what was happening was I at the time couldn't get out of the circumstances and the situations I was in on my own, like with basically, like I had all these fears and I was just stuck, and Uranus did something internally to me that caused a bunch of chaos and a bunch of destruction, but I'm now out of that situation basically. You know, it cleared a path for me. And yeah, it was chaotic, and yeah, it was scary, and yeah, it was hectic, and yeah, it was destructive as hell, but it cleared a path for me and it broke me free. And I'm like truly so fucking grateful for that now. So anyway, so when Uranus goes retrograde, it could bring back themes from last year in 2018, summer of last year. And the retrograde is going to last until January 2020. Uranus is a big planet, it moves slower. So any external change that's been happening in your life that you felt powerless over, or if there's any internal change that you haven't been able to grow through, Uranus is going to do that for you, basically. Anything that needs to be cleared out of your life, it will make sure that it happens. When it's a retrograde, it normally happens a little bit more internal, so you may find yourself doing strange things or different than you normally are, and all of a sudden just have this like strong ass feeling that you need to just like do these things, and like you can't control it, you know what I mean? So basically Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, so wherever Taurus is at in your chart, that will get. Sorry about that, my lovely phone decided to overheat since I was outside trying to film. I was burning up anyway, so we're good in here now. Anyways, so basically wherever you have Taurus in your chart is where you may find that Uranus is affecting you a little bit more. So just look in your chart, see what house it's affecting, look at the house ruler, see if you have any transits with Uranus. If you don't know how to do all that, like I keep saying, you're free to book a monthly reading with me or a 3-month reading, whatever, and we can look at it and see exactly how this is going to be affecting you. Uranus is a game changer though. It's like the shifter of all shifters in my opinion. It is all about change in order to give you personal freedom, even though it may not seem like the change is necessarily the best thing for you at first. It is, trust me. Anyways, then on the 15th, we have the Aquarius New Moon happening at 22 degrees. Very interesting. So this is also interesting to me because Aquarius is the 11th sign. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. We have a full moon in Aquarius. Like obviously, since we're in Leo season, we're having a Leo new moon. Full moon would be in Aquarius. It's opposite sign. But it's just interesting. This is the same month that Uranus goes retrograde, and Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's just interesting. Okay, so anyways, so the aqua full moon is going to be opposing the sun and Venus. The sun and Venus will be together again, but the moon this time will be apart from them and across the sky from them. I really think that this is going to be whatever is started, whatever kind of comes up for you, whether it's from the past, whether it's like new, around the Leo new moon. I think, you know, this will be a turning point. This will be maybe a ending point or a moment of clarity. I also think this is really going to be a huge ending, possibly from the last year or two where the nodes were in Leo and Aquarius, and then also where you know, just all the stuff that happened last summer. Like last summer was an insane summer, an insane year. So I really think this is going to be kind of the shedding of old cycles and, you know, like a new awakening. Like I think this month, honestly, as interesting as Cancer season was, I think this month is really going to be like, okay, what did we learn in Cancer season? What still needs to be worked on? What emotions did we go through? Now we kind of know that we need to trust our intuition. We need to trust our gut. If you don't know that yet, then I don't know what to tell you. But then now going into Leo season, it's like, okay, do you trust your gut? Because we're about to take the fuck off. Like it's time to put your passion out there in the world. It's time to shine. It's time to let go of all of the past shit. It's time to awaken to literally a whole new world, like a whole new dimension. I really think that this month is going to be the turning point, at least for me and from what I've been noticing and stuff like that, and maybe for some of you guys too. I literally think I'm about to jump somewhere. I'm not sure where yet, but I just hope it's good. I have a feeling it will be though, but yeah, so the Leo new moon is happening right on top of my ascendant and my Chiron, and the Aquarius full moon is basically happening right on top of my moon. So this is going to be great. Anyways, the Aquarius full moon, in my opinion, could be healing, clarity, flashbacks from the last couple years, big realizations, random conversations, and a need to follow our true selves, our true passion, what makes us happy, what makes us basically shedding from old identities, shedding from old groups or people, or ways of expressing ourselves that weren't aligned with us anymore. So then August the 18th, we have Mars entering Virgo. And this is going to be fun. So then we're going to have a bunch of Virgo energy, like by the end of August. Like everything's going to end up being in Virgo. But anyway, so August 18th, Mars enters Virgo. This, in my opinion, could cause us to focus very, very intensely and hardcore on the details, possibly a little bit too much. It could cause us to be overcritical, like very frustrated, very irritated, very into perfecting things, irritation with minor things, rushing through our days, rushing through the details, our routines, or just overly detailed, and just kind of getting aggravated with our day-to-day things. But it could also cause motivation to do with the same things that I've named, our day-to-day things, our routines, etc., etc. This could also make us like very like critical and judgmental, so kind of watch out for that. Make sure you're not like overly hyped about like, you know, details that don't matter, or that you're not rushing through the, like there's a balance with this basically is what I'm saying. But yeah, we could be a little bit more motivated on beauty and how we look, and our projects and our work and our day-to-day routines. But we could also find ourselves getting into confrontations, overly dramatic in those areas of our life, or angry in those areas of our life as well. Or we could be being like a little bit too harsh even with our words, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so just be careful of that. So August 21st, Venus then moves into Virgo as well. And I think this is going to bring balance with Mars a little bit more. It may increase the perfectionism of beauty and all of that. I think there could be some harmony with this. We could find pleasure in like serving others, helping others, and just really start to find our own beauty around this time, in my opinion. We could be a little bit more aggressive about our health, a little bit more critical of our health and our body and stuff. So just kind of be careful with that as well. It's important with Mars and Venus here to really establish like a balanced eating habit, diet, daily routine, cleaning, like the real big clean freaks with Mars and Virgo, like the real big clean freaks and the neat freaks may come out, you guys. Like, I'm just warning you. So then August 29th, Mercury, Virgo's ruling planet, will then move into Virgo as well. And this is just going to hype up the details and the perfection and the words and the critique and all of that stuff that Virgo, you know, rules and stands for. So, you know, Mercury is the planet of the mind and communication and analyzing. So we could be overanalyzing things around this time as a collective, and depending on where Virgo's at in your chart, you could see these themes a little bit more in those areas of your chart as well. This could be a good time for conversations, looking for a new job, starting a new job, like health, new health regimens, new daily routines, things like that. Then on August 30th, we have a new moon in Virgo, which will be conjunct Mars and trine Uranus. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Everything's going to be in Virgo, Virgo themes galore. I'm not even gonna say anything because like Virgos take it so personal when I pick on them, but I'm literally like, it's out of like, I love Virgos, you know what I mean? Like, I just have this love-hate relationship with them. Like basically everyone I'm surrounded by is either a Virgo or has Virgo in their chart heavily somewhere, or like one of their, you know, one of their main signs is Virgo basically, and we just always have this kind of love-hate relationship with each other. And so when I talk to Virgos during the reading, or when I talk about Virgo, it can sound like I am annoyed at them, but it's just this, I don't know, whatever. So basically the new moon in Virgo, like I said, is going to be on top of Mars, which is going to give it this amp, like it's going to be amplified. There'd be good like new beginnings, like motivation, like new changes and steps forward with health, daily routine, work, diet, like projects, details. Virgo also rules small animals. It just really depends on where Virgo is at in your chart, and it's going to be trine Uranus, so this could be like a big change basically, or like a big step forward, like a big motivation, a really exciting like push or shift in your life, which is very, very cool. So anyways, how the signs are going to react to this. So in my opinion, it could be a little different depending on the specific sign. I'm not going to go over each specific sign because we'd be here all day, and that's what that's what each video is for, each of the readings is for when I do the individual horoscopes. But basically I think water is going to find this month challenging, August challenging. I think earth may find this month challenging. I think most of air may be pretty good with it, and I think fire is going to be pretty good with it as well. I think that even if you're a fire sign or air sign and you find that this month is a little bit intense or dramatic or something big or new happened, like I think it's for the better basically. I think that it's happening for a good reason, even though you may not be able to necessarily see it at the time. So yeah, that is basically it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the Leo season video for all signs. Don't forget to check out my new website and the Soulology course that I'm doing. It starts August 1st again. Don't forget to check out the new Leo season merch as well. I hope you guys really like it as much as I do. And yeah, so anyways, I will see you guys in the individual readings for each of the signs. Bye.